Hello and welcome to the Professional Logo Design course with the Adobe Illustrator software. In this course, you will learn to design logos from scratch until you become a professional in an easy and simple way without having any experience whatsoever in designing logos. By the time you reach the end of this course, you will reach an advanced level and be capable of creating professional logos from scratch. This course has so many lessons that will show you how to create different kinds of logos in a smooth and simple way, and all of the logos designs in this course will be included so that you can keep up with the lessons in complete accuracy. This course is for designers and anyone that wants to learn to create their own logos and brand marks to make money from creating and selling logos, as it's one of the most lucrative jobs online. So go ahead and subscribe to this course to start your designing journey. Hello everyone and welcome to the Logo Design course. This is the logo that we will be designing in this video. So we start by creating a new page. The settings are not important because we are not designing a flyer or anything else. We are just designing a logo. So go ahead and select any settings you want. So after we select the settings, we click create. This is the colors that we will be using to design this logo. So I will drag them and put them right here. These are just colors, you can put them wherever you want, over here or anywhere you want. For me, I will keep them right here. I zoom in a little bit. I go here to the ellipse tool and I hold the shift button to draw symmetrical circle. Now I remove the fin. I swap it with the stroke. Then I select this color right here. As you see, we selected the black color. Now I select the pen tool and I put the first dot right here. Then the second one right here, but I don't release the mouse. I click and drag to make a curly or a wavy line like this. Then I go back to the last dot. Then I click here again to make the other dot, and again I click and drag without releasing to get this shape right here. Then I click enter to apply the change. Perfect. Now this is our logo so far. I'm gonna copy this line. I hold the Alt button, then I drag it like that to duplicate it. Then I need to adjust it like this a little bit. Perfect. I drag this one down a little bit like this to make the line look thicker. Perfect. Now I select the shape like this. Sorry, I'm gonna pull this one down a little bit, and then I select the whole shape like this, and I will remove the unwanted shapes or parts. Now I go to the shape builder tool. I hold the Alt button and I delete these shapes right here, the extra shapes on the outside like this. I hold the Alt button and I click to delete the things that I don't want in this shape. Again, in here, I use the shape builder tool. I hold the Alt button and I click on these dots like this to remove them. Perfect. Our logo is on its way. Now I'm gonna need to adjust the edges, so I use the direct selection tool or maybe the curvature tool. Here it is. I select the curvature tool, I put a dot in here, then I drag it like this. Perfect. Now I put another dot in here, then I adjust the shape like this. And I keep going until I get the result that I want. Perfect. Now I select the shape, then I use the shape builder tool and I hold the Alt button to delete the leftovers like this. Now I zoom in, I select the shape and I use the curvature tool to adjust it like this. put another dot in here and I adjust the shape as I want, like this. Perfect. Now I select the shape and I use the shape builder tool. I hold the Alt button, and I delete this point right here. Now I zoom out. This is our logo so far. Now I use the pen tool. And I put a dot in here. Then another one right here. And as I said before, I click and drag to make this curvy shape like this. Now I select the shape to make sure it's right. I zoom in to take a good look. And I adjust it like this. Great, now I select the whole shape and I use the shape builder tool. I zoom in. I hold the Alt button and I delete the leftovers like this. Perfect. Now I select the pen tool again and I put a dot in here. I go back and I place the dot maybe here instead. Perfect. Then another one in here, and as I said, click and drag to get this curvy line like this. Perfect. Then we click enter from the keyboard. We zoom in. Then we select the curvature tool to adjust the shape like this. Then we click enter to apply the changes. Perfect. This is our logo so far. Now I select the whole shape like this. Then I use the shape builder tool to make sure that every shape on its own is perfect. I do that to make sure that the lines are connected together. When you select the whole shape like this and you select the shape builder tool, you check every shape on its own to make sure that the lines are connected perfectly. Because if you selected the whole shape, you won't notice if anything is wrong. Now we go to the upper part or the upper side of the logo. We use the pen tool. We place a dot in here. Then another one in here, and as I said before, we click and drag to make a curvy line like this. Then we click enter from the keyboard. Now we place another dot in here. Then I place the next dot in here. I click and drag to make a curvy line, and one more time we place the dot right here, put another one in here, click and drag to make a curvy line like this, and of course we click enter from the keyboard. Now we select the shape like this and we select the shape builder tool to check each part on its own to make sure that there is nothing wrong. And as you see, we have here something wrong, and we noticed it because of the shape builder tool. Now we zoom in to make sure that we select the spot like this. We select the shape builder tool, we hold the Alt button, and we delete the leftovers like this. Perfect. We zoom out, and this is our logo so far. Our logo is almost ready. Again, we double check everything to make sure that nothing is wrong, and as you see, our shape is perfect. So that's it for this video. We move to the next video to paint our logo design. That's it, and I will see you in the next video. Hello everyone, and welcome to the second video in this course. In this course, we continue our work on our first logo design, and as I said before, in this video we will paint our design. So now we select the shape, we change its color to black like this, or into any color, it doesn't matter. In case there was any trouble, just make sure to select the shape like this, then select the shape builder tool, then reverse the color like this and paint the shapes parts like this manually in case of anything went wrong. Now we have these colors right here. We select this color like this. We use the eyedropper tool. We select it, then we select this color like this. This is how we change the logo colors part by part. Again, we select the shape part, we select the eyedropper tool, and we select the color. And we keep going like this. We select the shape, we select the eyedropper tool, and we select the color. And always make sure to select the part of the shape you want to select, you want to paint, then select the eyedropper, then select the color that you want to paint that part with. I'm gonna need to adjust this color, so I select this tool and I will adjust this color like this, just a little bit. Now we select the second part and we select this color like this, then the last part, and we make it like this. Now we select the whole shape like this, then we remove the stroke like this. As you see, the shape is stroke free. Now we select the lower part like this, then we click Ctrl C then Ctrl V to duplicate it like this. We drag it and we put it right here. We will need it later. Now we go and select this part right here and we will adjust its color a little bit. So I use the eyedropper tool and I select this color like this. Sorry, I click here, then I use this tool to adjust the color like this. I can tilt the color like this, as you see, to change the angle of the gradient of the color. Perfect. Now I select the middle part. I select the eyedropper tool and I select this color. Then I go for the other part. The selection tool. Okay, instead of using the selection tool every time, just make sure to click on Ctrl plus V to duplicate the color. Now we select the gradient tool and we adjust the color like this. Perfect. Now we go back to the shape we duplicated earlier. We select it and we drag it and we put it right here. Then we lower it like this a little bit to get this design look like this. Now we zoom in to add some small stuff. We select the pen tool. We put the dot right here, then a second one like here, then we make a curvy line like this. We adjust the gradient angle like this. Perfect. Now we make it a stroke or a line. We make it 2 points like this. Then we put it right here. We use the ellipse tool. We draw a circle in here. Make sure it's symmetrical by holding the shift button. Then we make it a fill and we remove the stroke like this. We swap the stroke with the fill to make it like this. Perfect. Now I select the whole shape. I duplicate it like this by pressing Ctrl C and Ctrl V from the keyboard, and I put it right here. Perfect. Now I select the shape like this. Then I use the eyedropper tool and I copy this color. Then I make it a stroke like this. Same thing for the circle. I use the eyedropper tool to copy the color like this. And this is our logo so far. Now I drag the shape right here And now we're gonna start typing our text in the logo. The text that I'm gonna type is only an example. You can put whatever you want. If you're designing a logo to a person or a company or anything, of course you're gonna type the text they want you to type. Now we adjust the size of the text like this, 48 points. And for example, we type butterfly like this. This is just an example, as I said. We change the font of the text. This is back to black. This is the name of the font I'm using. And I adjust the size of the text like this. I adjust the size while holding the shift button. And here we are, our logo is ready and it looks perfect. You can adjust the colors if you want, you don't have to stick with the same colors I'm using. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video to work on another logo design. Hello everyone and welcome to this video. In this video we will work on the second design in this course. This is the design that we will be working on. So first we start by opening a new page with the same settings we used for the first design. These are the colors that we will use to create this logo. So first we select the rectangle tool and we draw a box in here. Then we select the rulers, and in case you don't have the rulers, go to view, rulers, and make sure to select show rulers from here. Since the rulers are activated, we have here hide rulers. Now we grab the rulers and we put the first one right here. Perfect. Then we change the color of the box. Here it is. We zoom in. Then we click on this dot right here. We drag it toward the inside to make the edges of the box rounded like this. But first I need to do something. Sorry. I'm gonna rotate the box like this. Perfect. Like this. Then I'm gonna select or click on the dot and pull it toward the inside to make the edges of the box rounded like this. Now I select the pen tool. I put a dot in here. Then the second one right here. I click and drag to make a wavy or a curvy line like this. Now we select the curvature tool to adjust what we just did with the pen tool. Like this. Perfect. Now we swap the fill with the stroke by clicking here. Then we change the color of the stroke to black. Here it is. We have here our wavy line or curvy. Now we duplicate it like this by holding the Alt button and dragging it like right here, like this. Perfect. Now we select the two lines like this, then Ctrl C and Ctrl V to duplicate them like this. We rotate them like this and we put them exactly here to make sure that they intersect in this point. Perfect. Now we're gonna delete the leftovers like this. We select the whole shape, then we go to the shape builder tool, then we hold the Alt button and we click on the leftovers that we want to delete like this. We select the shape builder tool, we hold the Alt button, then we delete the leftovers, and we're gonna delete these two right here like this to get this design like this. Now we select the whole design, then we remove the stroke. Sorry, I need to go back. Perfect. Now the stroke is removed. Now right click, hide guides to remove this ruler like this. And now we change the colors of the design. We select this color, then the second one. We use the eyedropper tool to copy and paste the color. Again, same thing for the third color. Perfect. Now Control C, Control V to duplicate this shape. We use the pen tool. We put a dot in here and another one in here to make a line like this. We click enter from the keyboard. Sorry, I need to go back. Now we swap the fill with the stroke like this. We make it in black. We select the shape and I swap the stroke like this. I make it in black again. Then I use the pen tool to adjust the shape by making a dot in here, and the next one right here I click and drag to make a curvy line like this. Now we select the whole shape like this. We use the shape builder tool. We hold the Alt button and we delete this part right here. Then we drag this shape and we put it right here. Perfect. Now we change its color to white like this. And we make it in gradient. We change the black color right here. I use the color picker. I make it slightly in orange. As you see, we have here gradient color. I decrease the opacity, maybe to just 10%. And I make it like this. Perfect. Now we select the shape, I remove the stroke. And this is the look of our logo design so far. We select the whole shape, we put it right here. Then we can type any text right here or any slogan you want. It depends on the product or the company you're representing. We adjust the size of the text. Then we, as I said, this is just an example. I'm gonna type energy or anything. As I said, it depends on what you are doing. Now I hold the shift button and I adjust the size of the text and I put it right here. And of course you can change the font if you want, and even the color of the text. We select the text, you go here and you select any font you want. For example, we go with this one. We put the text right here and here we are. If you want to center the text, right click, select show guides, put the ruler right here, another one right here, and make sure that you center the text right here. Perfect. Now we hide the ruler and we hide the guides. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one to work on the next logo design. Hello everyone and welcome to this video. In this video we will work on the third logo design in this course. As you see, this is the logo design that we will work on. So we start by opening a new page, click on File, New, and as I said, we're gonna use the same settings for the whole course, and you can select any settings you want. Now we drag the colors and we put them right here. These are the colors that we will be using in drawing or creating the design. Now we go to View, Rulers, and we show the rulers from here. Now we select the guide and we put it right here. We put it right here. Then we drag the second one and we put it right here. Make sure that it intersects with the lines on the edges. Then we take the space, and as you see, we take one metric right here like this, the second one right here. Perfect. Then we put another one from this side, from the lower side. We make another one like this. Perfect. Now as you see, we have here 5 lines. Now we drag a second one right here. As you see, we have here approximately 1 metric and a half. Same thing in here. Perfect. Now we use the pen tool and we draw a box like this. Perfect. It's not a box, but it's a shape. And here we are. There are 2 ways to draw this kind of shapes. This is the first one that we just used, or we can use the rectangle tool. First I zoom in, then we select the rectangle tool, we put it right here, we drag the rulers, we put a ruler in here in the middle, we make sure it's in the center. Perfect. Then we draw another shape in here. We hold the Alt button and we drag it to duplicate it like this. We adjust its size like this. We change its color so that it can be seen different than the other one. We adjust this one a little bit. Then we hold the Alt button and we duplicate this one again like this. We select the whole shape just to be sure. Now we select this one, we use the pen tool and we put a dot in here. Then we use the delete anchor point and we click here, then here. Perfect. Now we select the lower shape, we use the pen tool, we place a dot right here, then we use the delete anchor point tool and we click here to delete this part like this right here. And here we are, this is our shape. We go to Window, Pathfinder, we click here to merge all the shapes together to create one single shape like this. So as I said, there are 2 ways. I showed you both ways. You can select any way you like to create this kind of shapes. And of course you can adjust the size and the metrics of the shape in case you change your mind or anything. Now I remove this one and I will keep this one. Now right click right here and I hide the guides. Here we are to hide the rulers. Now I'm going to duplicate the shape. I select the scale tool, double click, and I have here the uniform already checked. I'll make it 200%. Make preview and to see the result, then we click copy, right click, arrange and send to back to make the bigger shape on the rear. Then we click here and we change its color so that we can see it. Now double click again here, we make it 150%, preview to make sure, copy, right click, arrange, send to back to make sure that our shape is in the back. Perfect. To make sure that the little shape is always in front so that you can see him as you see. Now we zoom in a little bit. We select the whole shape. I'm gonna select only the 2 shapes right here. The 2 big shapes, the large ones. I click here, then right click and I drag toward the inside to make the edges rounded a little bit like this. Perfect. Now I zoom in a little bit. I select this shape. Then I go to the shape builder tool. First I'm gonna select the whole shapes and I select the shape builder tool. Then I hold the Alt button and I click here to delete the middle shape. And here we are, we have our design like this. Now I select the larger shape like this. I select the pen tool and I'm gonna start drawing by making the first dot right here and another one in here. Make sure it's a straight line. I click enter from the keyboard. Then I'm gonna put another dot in here. Again, make sure it's a straight line. Perfect. This is our design so far. Now I'm gonna swap the stroke. I only activate the stroke like this. I make it in black. I click here again. I swap the fill with the stroke. And I make it in black again. I select the whole shape like this. Perfect. Now I select the shape like this, then I go to the shape builder tool. I hold the Alt button and I delete this little part right here. As you see, the edge is clear. Now we go to the lower part and we do the same thing. We select the pen tool and we draw a line like this. We click enter from the keyboard, then we click here and we draw another straight line like this. Perfect. Now we select the shape builder tool. We hold the Alt button, but first, before I select the shape like this, then we select the shape builder tool. We hold the Alt button and we delete the leftovers of the lines from here and from here as well. Perfect. Now I'm gonna delete this line, but first I need to merge the two shapes together. So I hold the Alt button and I delete this line like this. I select the shape, I select the shape builder tool, I hold the Alt button and I delete this line as well. As you see, I kept the right line from the lower part and the left one from the upper part. Just checking the parts. Perfect. Now we adjust the colors. We put the shape right here and I put the colors right here. Now I select this part, the right part of the design. Then I select the gradient tool, double click here, and I will make it in this color. I select the gradient slider, then I select this color. Perfect. And I adjust it like this. Now we select the left part, we select the gradient tool as well. Perfect. We're almost there. Now I select the whole shape like this. Sorry, first I'm gonna change this color. I use the eyedropper tool to copy this color and paste it to the middle shape. Now I select the whole shape, I remove the stroke, and here we are. This is our logo design so far. I put it right here, and of course we can add any text we want to the logo design. As I said before, the slogan or the logo depends on what are you doing. If you're designing the logo for a certain company or a certain person, you get the idea. Now, for example, we type business in here, Control A to select the text, and we adjust the size of the text, and we can change the font of the text, of course, from here. You can change the font and the color and the size of the text to anything or any size, color, font you want. This is the final look of our design, and it will be it for our video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video to work on the next logo design in our course. Thanks for watching. Hello everyone, and welcome to this video. In this video we will work on our fourth design in this course. This is the design right in front of you. So we start by opening a new page using the same settings we used in the former videos. We drag the colors right here. Perfect. Now we start creating our logo design. We select the pen tool. We place the first dot right here. We place the second right here. Then we click and drag to make a curvy line like this. We hold this dot again. We go way down right here. We click and drag to make a line like this. Perfect. Now again, we click on the last dot. We click and drag right here to make a curvy line like this. Again, we select the last dot and we reconnect the last one with the first one like this. Perfect. We swap the fill with stroke, then we make it in black like this. We zoom in and we need to adjust this shape with the curvature pen tool. We put a dot right here and we adjust its position to adjust the shape like this. Keep going like this until we get the result we want. As you saw in the start of the video, you can tell that we are making a bird design. Now we keep adjusting our design like this. We're almost there. Just bear with me for a second. Perfect. This is our bird design so far. Now we swap stroke with the fill and we make it in this color. The shape needs a little bit adjustment, so we select the curvature tool again and we adjust it like this. That's better. Perfect. Just a little bit. And here we are. Perfect. So this is our design so far. And we use the curvature tool to fix or adjust the shape in case we made a mistake or the shape was not in the way we wanted. Now we adjust the size of the shape like this. Even a little bit more, and we place it right here. Now we select the pen tool to draw the rest of our design. We place the first dot right here, the second one in here. We click and drag to make a curvy line. Again, we select the last dot, then we draw another one like here. We click and drag to make curvy lines. We always go back like this. We click and drag. Perfect. And as I said, we always go back to the first dot and reconnect the last one with the first one. Now we need to adjust this shape as well, so we use the curvature tool and we start adjusting our shape like this. We need to adjust the space between the two shapes, between the head and the body of the bird. Perfect. We change the color of the bird body like this to the golden. And now we're gonna start drawing the wings. We use the pen tool to draw the wings. We place the first dot right here, the second one in here. We click and drag to make the shape like this. I can't draw perfectly, so that's why I need to go back and reselect the last dot. Then I keep clicking and holding until I get the curvy line I want. Again, I go back to the last dot I selected, then I place the next one. I keep holding until I drag like this to get a curvy line. Again, I go back, I go here, I click and drag like this to get a curvy line. Then we reconnect the last dot with the first one like this. Perfect. And here we are, we have here the head, the body and the wings. We zoom in and we select the curvature tool to adjust the winds like this. Just slight adjustments. And as I said before, you use the curvature tool to adjust any shape you want. Now that said, the winds are perfect. Sorry, I need to go back. That's perfect now. I select the whole shape, then I hold the shift button and I adjust the shape size like this. Now we select the rectangle tool and we select the ellipse tool to draw a circle while holding the shift button to make sure that the circle is symmetrical. Perfect. Now we swap the fill with the stroke and we make it in 10 points like this. I put it right here. I adjust the size of the circle again, as I said, while holding the shift button to make sure that the circle stays symmetrical. I need to zoom in so that I can work properly. I even adjust the size of the stroke like this to 16 points. Perfect. And now I'm gonna need to crop the circle with the scissors tool. I select this part right here. Then I click delete from the keyboard and here we are, we just crop this part. We put the first dot right here. Then we go all the way here, place the second dot, click delete from the keyboard and it will be deleted like this. And here we are, this is our design so far. It's almost ready. Actually, the design is ready, we're just gonna put the text and the slogan. We can trim the edges like this. We go here to properties, stroke, and we make the caps like this. As you see, the edges are becoming rounded. As you see, you can see the difference between the top one and the lower one. Now again, we select the shape, we go to properties, stroke, and we click here to make its edges rounded. And here we are, this is the final look of our logo design. As I said, we only need to add the text. And as I say in every video, the text or the slogan depends on what you are doing. Your project, either you're designing it for yourself, for another person, or even for another company. Now we adjust the size and the font from here. You can select any font you want, and any size and any color, of course. Now we put it right here, and we're gonna make it in this color, peach black. And here we are, this is the final look of our fourth design in this course. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video to work on our next design. Hello everyone, and welcome to this video. In this video we'll work on this design right here. This is the fifth design in this course. So we start by creating a new page with the same settings we used for all the former designs. Then we drag the color boxes, we put them right here. And we select the ellipse tool. We hold the shift button, then we draw a circle right here. We hold the shift button to make sure that the circle is symmetrical. Now we paint the circle with this color. Then we adjust the size of the circle without holding the shift button to make it oval like this. I zoom in a little bit after I change the color of the shape. I draw a circle in here using the ellipse tool. Sorry, I need to draw it back again. I hold the shift button to make sure that the circle is symmetrical. Now I drag the circle and I put it right here. Then I hold the Alt button and I drag it to duplicate it like this. Perfect. I need to adjust the size of this circle first. just a little bit. Perfect. Then I hold the Alt button and I duplicate it like this. Now I select the pen tool. I place the first dot in here. The second one in here, I click and drag to connect the two circles with this line like this. Then I keep going like this, this, that's perfect. Now this shape looks better than the first one. It does not matter the shape right now because we will fix it during this video. Now I adjust it like this. I'm more interested in the lower part than the upper part of the shape. That's better. Just a little bit adjustments in the size of this circle. Adjust it a little bit like this. As I said, the shape will be adjusted during this course or during this video, sorry. I zoom in a little bit and I select the curvature tool again to keep adjusting the shape. As I said, I'm more interested in the lower part of the shape to make it perfect. Now I select this shape like this. I click on Ctrl Alt to select all the shapes, then I go to Window, Pathfinder, and I merge all the shapes together like this. Now we change the color of the shape. I copy this color. I select the shape. Then I use the eyedropper tool to copy the color like this. Perfect. I zoom in a little bit. There is still some adjustments that needs to be done, just a little bit. Bear with me for a second. Perfect. Now we start drawing the hair of the character. So we select the pen tool. We place a dot in here. First I need to zoom to work properly. Now I place the first dot right here. Another one in here. I click and drag like this. I go back to the last dot. I click and drag like this. Go back to the last dot. Place the next one right here. I click and drag like this. I go back to the last dot. I place the next one here. I click and drag and so on. You get the idea. So I keep going like this. Then I go back here. I click and drag like this. I go all the way up here. Then another one. First I need to go back to the last dot, then I draw the next one right here, and I reconnect the last dot with the first one. Perfect. Just a little bit adjustments with the curvature tool. Now I change the color. I use the eyedropper tool. Perfect. Now I select the curvature tool and I start adjusting the shape like this. As I said, the shape will be adjusted further in the video. Now it's time to adjust the shape. Keep going like this. Perfect. Perfect. This is our logo design so far. I zoom in a little bit and I need to delete this leftover right here. So I use the curvature tool and I click delete from the keyboard to delete that leftover dot. Perfect. Just a little bit adjustment in here. Perfect. So this is our logo design so far. I'm gonna change this color to this one like this to make the hair color a little bit darker. I zoom in a little bit and I adjust the shape even more like this. As you can see, when I'm adjusting shapes, I do that spontaneously. I may adjust the shape, it looks perfect, takes a minute or two to take another look at it, and you may want to change it even more. So that's what happens right here. I take a look at the shape, I see that it needs a little bit more adjustments, and I do that to see. It depends on your vision, and I recommend that you can be as creative as you can. Just go spontaneously and take a look. Try different things and different looks for your shapes and designs. Now we adjust the hair. We select the pen tool. I draw like this. I keep going like this. Sorry, I need to go back. In case you made a mistake, you can go back by clicking delete from the keyboard, then selecting the last dot you are working with. Perfect. And always connect the last dot with the first one. Now we make this hair with the same color. Perfect. Then we select the pen tool again and we draw again like this. You can either follow my steps like this, or you can create your own design using the same techniques and ideas I show you. Using the same tools, techniques, and idea. Or you can follow every move I make to create the same design I'm showing you right here. Now I select the ellipse tool and I draw a circle right here, holding the shift button to make it symmetrical. I'm gonna make it in white. And I center it like this. Now I hold the Alt button, I drag it to duplicate it like this, and I center it on the other side like this. Then I make a smaller circle in here, holding the shift button again to make sure that the circle is symmetrical, and I will make it in this color, yellow, like this. I put it right here. Then I hold the Alt button, I drag it to duplicate it like this. Again, I duplicate it one more time right here. Perfect. As you see, they look like sonar goggles. Now I go to view, rulers, show rulers, to make sure that everything is aligned perfectly. I place the ruler right here, then another one right here, then I adjust the shapes accordingly. As I said, we make sure that everything is aligned perfectly. As I said before, sometimes you are going into a direction, then suddenly change of mind and you can change the shape entirely. It's up to you. Things like that happen. Now I'm gonna make this one in red like this. This one I make it in green. In here I make it in blue, and I keep the upper one in yellow. So as you see, first it appears like sonar goggles, but now it appears like we have here the buttons of a controller, of an Xbox controller. Now we select the rectangle tool, we make a square in here, or maybe a rectangle. I make it in red. I hold the Alt button and I duplicate it like here. Then I hold the Alt button, I duplicate it again. Then I duplicate it for one last time and I put it on the left side right here. Sorry, I need to hold the Alt button and I drag it like this. Perfect. As I said, the goggles look like an Xbox controller. Now we keep drawing the face. Now first I'm gonna select this color. Here it is. I copy it using the eyedropper tool. This is the code of the color. I copy it, I paste it, sorry, in here, and here we are. If you want to use the same color I'm using here, just take a look at the color code. Now we use the pen tool to draw a curvy line right here. I keep going like this. Perfect. And always connect the last dot with the first one. And we click enter from the keyboard to apply the changes. Now we swap the fill like this. Double click here and we make it in this color right here. Darker than the lower one. Now a little bit adjustments. We use the curvature tool and we start adjusting like this. Perfect. I zoom out and this is our logo design almost ready. We just need to draw the mouth. Now we zoom in, we select the pen tool and we draw the mouth shape right here like this. I click and drag to make a curvy line like this. Then we connect the first dot with the last one like this. Perfect. And here we are. This is the final look of our logo design. Now right click, we hide the guides. You can add any text or slogan you want. As I always say in every video, the text or the slogan depends on your project. if you're designing this project for yourself, for another person, or even for a company. And you can always select any size, font, and color of the text you want. Now double click to select it like this, and we change the font like this. And of course this font and size and color is just an example. So this is the final look of our logo design. I hope you liked it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video to work on the next logo design. Hello everyone, and welcome to this video. This is the design that we will be working on during this video. This is our 6th design so far in this course, and as you see, it's a book logo. You can use it for a book store or an ebook website or anything you want. So we start by opening a new page with the usual settings. Now we drag the colors and we put them right here, top left corner. Then we go to view, rulers, and we show rulers like this. We drag the first ruler right here. We drag the other one right here. As you see, we have this one right here and this one right here. One at 1000 and the other at 1200. We put a third in 1400. Then we drag this one right here, the other one here, and here we are. We zoom in a little bit and we select the pen tool. We place our first dot right here, then the second one right here. Then we click and drag like this in here. Now we go back to our last dot. We select it, we go here, and we click. Then we go here, and here. Then right here we click and drag like this, as you see, to make a curvy line. Now we zoom in, we select the curvature tool, and we adjust this line like this. Double click here to make this line like this, and double click here to make this line like this. Now we make it into any color. Now we duplicate the shape by holding the Alt button and we drag it like this. We put it right here, then we reverse it. Then we adjust its position and we put it right here to look like it's a book, an open book. Right click, hide guides to hide all the rulers. Perfect. Now we select both shapes. Then Ctrl+C, Ctrl+V to duplicate them. We change its colors to any other color. As I said, this is just an example. Then we put them right here. We hold the Shift button while we are adjusting the size of the shape. And we put it right here. Just a little bit. Right click, then we go to show guides and to make sure that everything is in its correct position. Perfect. Now I select this shape, Ctrl+C, Ctrl+V to duplicate it one more time. We change its color again and we put it right here. We hold the Shift button and we adjust its size to make it a little bit smaller. And we pull it up here a little bit. Perfect. Our logo design seems good so far. Now I select the Shape Builder tool and I select this one right here. I'm going to change its color like this. and I paint it with this color like this. Same thing in here and in here as well. Now right click and we hide the guides. Sorry, right click now and hide guides from here. Now we change the colors. We will leave the red as it is, and I'm gonna change the green color. I zoom out so that I can copy the colors. As you remember, I put the original intended colors right here. So we select the green color, and then we select the eyedropper tool, and we select the orange, and here we are. It's changed. Then in here we select the yellow. We make it blue in here. And this color right here. And the last one like this. Perfect. Now we zoom in. I select this little shape right here. And I make it in the same color like this, but I'm gonna make it a little bit lighter. Perfect. It's a little bit lighter than the original one. Same thing for the right side. I'm gonna select this shape right here, and I make it a little lighter than the orange one right here. We make it an orange, then we make it a little bit lighter like this. Now it's perfect. Now we select this color, we make it in yellow, then we make it lighter a little bit. Same thing in here. We use the eyedropper tool to paint it with this color, then we make it lighter like this. And as you see, our logo design looks perfect. Now I select these two shapes like this, Ctrl C, Ctrl V to duplicate them. Right click on them, I go to arrange, send to back. Then I change their color to gray like this. Then I place them right here. I hold the shift button while I adjust their size. Perfect. Just a little bit more to make it look like it's a shadow. Perfect. Now we can add any text we want to our logo. I would drag this slogan right here and I put it right here. I adjust its size, and of course, as I say in any video, you can change its font, color and size to whatever you want. So this is the final look of our logo design. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video to work on the next logo design in our course. Thanks for watching. Hello everyone and welcome to this video. This is the 7th design in this course. This is the design that we will be working on. So we start by opening a new page. I already did it and I already have the colors placed right here. Now we select the ellipse tool. We hold the shift button and we draw a symmetrical circle right here. Then we activate the stroke and we select the pen tool and we draw a straight line like this. We drag it and we put it right here. We rotate it a little bit like this. Perfect. Then I hold the Alt button and we drag it like this to duplicate it. We select the two lines, we hold the Alt button and we drag them like this to duplicate them both. Then we rotate the two lines and we put them right here. And I drag them right here. Perfect. just a little bit. And here we are, perfect. Now we select the whole shapes. Then we go to the shape builder tool, we select it, and we delete the leftovers like this. Perfect. Now I unselect the Alt button and I select this part like this, and I keep dragging like this to merge the shapes together. I click and drag like this to merge shapes together. Just select any shape and merge them like this. Perfect. Now we select this part and we use the eyedropper tool to paint it with this color. We select the gradient tool and we change the gradient angle like this. And we make it like this. Perfect. Now we select this part. Again, we use the eyedropper tool to paint it with this color, the orange color. We select the gradient tool and we reverse the angle like this. And we put it like this. Perfect. Now we select the third part. We use the eyedropper tool to paint it with the green color. Then we select the gradient tool and we rotate the angle of the gradient like this. Sorry, I need to go back. Like this. Now it's perfect. Now for the fourth part, we select it, we use the eyedropper tool to make it in this color. It's a mix between purple and pink. We adjust the gradient angle like this and we put it here. Perfect. Now we select the whole shape. We uncheck or deactivate the stroke. I select the shape like this, the sparse, then I go to edit, copy, and edit, paste in place. Perfect. Now we activate the fill. We click on this part, we select it, then we go to the gradient, we get this window, and we select white and black, or maybe, yes, white and black will be perfect. We select the white, we make the opacity at 0, then we adjust the opacity of the black or the gradient like this to make sure that the shape have kind of a shadow effect. We adjust the opacity of the black color like this. You don't have to stick to the same metrics I use. You can change the settings if you want. I'm just showing you the tools and the techniques. Now we select this part. Again, we go to edit, copy, paste in place. And we change it to white and black in here. Sorry, I need to go back and select the rectangle tool, and I make another rectangle here because I have an extra color. I use the eyedropper tool and I select this color to make it right here to make things easier for us. Now we go to this part and we select this color like this, and then we can adjust it using the gradient tool like this, just a little bit. Same thing here. We select this part, we go to edit, copy, edit, paste in place. Then we use the eyedropper tool to paint it with this color, and we adjust it with the gradient tool like this. Perfect. Now to the fourth part, we select it. First I need to adjust its gradients a little bit before I go to edit. Now it looks perfect. Now we select it, we go to edit, copy, go back to edit, paste in place. Then we use the eyedropper tool to paint it with this color, and we select the gradient tool to adjust it a little bit like this. Just a little bit. now it's okay. And here we are, our logo is ready. We can adjust the opacity from here if we want. We make it 40%. Same thing here, 40%. In here, we make it 40% for all the 4 shapes or colors. Perfect. And this is the final look of our design. You can add text to it if you want. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video to work on the next design. Thanks for watching. Hello everyone, and welcome to this video. This is the design that we will be working on in this video. So we start by opening a new page. We go to File, New, and we use the same settings we used during this course. Now we drag the color box right here. As you see, we have only one color. Sorry, I drag it here. Perfect. Now I use the ellipse tool. I hold the shift button to make a symmetrical circle, and I draw a circle right here. The circle is with the same color. I zoom in a little bit. Then I select the pen tool and I start drawing. I place the first dots right here. The second one here. I click and drag to make a curvy line like this. I place the third one in here. I click and drag like this again. Now I click on this dot again. Then I place the fourth one right here. I click and drag. I make a curvy line by the edge of the circle. Then another dot right here. I click and drag. Then I connect the last dot with the first one like this. I swap the fill with the stroke. I make the stroke in black. I zoom in a little bit. Then I use the curvature tool to adjust the shape of these lines right here. I add an extra dot in here, right here. Then I adjust this one like this. I add another one in here and in here as well. Then I adjust the shape like this. Perfect. Now I make the fill in white like this. I need to adjust the lower part like this to make sure that it's perfect. Now I select the pen tool and I place the first dot right here. Another one in here. I click and drag like this. I go back to this dot, I select it, I place the next one here, I click and drag, then I go back to this one again, I click and drag like this. Then I select the last dot like this, I click and drag, then I connect the last one with the first one like this to make the tree branch like this. Now I zoom in a little bit, I use the curvature tool and I delete this one. Then I adjust the branch like this. Perfect. Again, I go to the pen tool, I add a dot in here. I click and drag like this. I go back to this dot, place the next one here. I click and drag to make the next branch, then I connect the last one with the first one like this. Same thing, I make another branch, place the first dot, the second one here, I click and drag, I go back, I click and drag like this to make a curvy line. I select the last dot, then I create another one in here. Sorry, I need to go back. I place another one in here. I click and drag to make a curvy line. Then I connect the last one with the first one like this. Now I select the curvature tool to adjust the shape. In case you made an error or anything when drawn while you are working with the pen tool, don't worry, because you will use the curvature tool to fix your shape. Keep going like this. Perfect. Now we go to the right side again and we add another branch. Sorry. Now I select the pen tool. I place a dot in here, sorry. I place a dot in here. Next one in here, I click and drag like this. Then I keep going like this to create this shape right here. And always I connect the last dot with the first one. Now I use the pen tool, the curvature tool, to fix the shape as I said before. Now we add one more branch. Place the first dot in here, another one in here. We click and drag to make a curvy line. We go back to the last dot and we connect the last one with the first one like this. Perfect. This is our logo design so far. I select it. Then I deactivate the stroke like this. That's perfect. Just a little bit adjustments to the branches. Like this. Maybe this one as well. Another adjustment, I keep going. I zoom in a little bit so that I can work properly. I select the curvature tool and I will adjust the shape a little bit like this. The tree shape. Keep going like this. Sorry, I need to go back. And here we are. Perfect. As you see, I constantly make changes because sometimes you take a look at your design and you think after you make a change it can be even better. You try it. If it's so, you leave it. If not, you go back. Now I make this little shape right here. We make it look like a leaf. Perfect. I drag it right here and I rotate it a little bit. I hold the Alt button and drag it to duplicate it. I rotate the replica like this. I duplicate it again. I rotate this one like this. Perfect. Now I duplicate this shape, the leaf again, and I put it around this branch. I duplicate it again. To duplicate a shape, hold the Alt button, then drag it to duplicate it. There are many ways to duplicate a shape, but this is the easier one. Hold the Alt button, then drag your shape to duplicate it. Now, as I said, I will put the leaves around the branch like this. Perfect. I rotate this one a little bit. And here we are. Again, I duplicate the leaves. I hold the Alt button and drag it. Now I'm gonna select the whole shapes by holding Control and Alt to select all the tree shapes. Then I hold the Alt button and drag them to duplicate all the tree at once. Again, and I put them right here. I duplicate this one right here. This time I will duplicate only one and we put it right here. Perfect. And this is the final look of our design. You can make any other adjustments if you want. You can change the color, adjust the shape of the tree or the leaves. It's totally up to you. I'm just showing you the ways and the tools to do. And in case you made any mistake, you select Ctrl+Z from the keyboard to go back to your last point. This is in case you made an error or any mistake. And of course you can add a text to your logo design. And as I always say, you can change your logo design to any size, color or font. It depends on what you are doing. Perfect, and here we are. This is the final look of our design. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video to work on the next logo design. Hello everyone, and welcome to this video. This is the design that we will be working on during this video. So we start by opening a new page. We go to File, New, and we use the same settings we used during this course. And we need to copy the colors from this design and paste them to our design page. So we hold the Alt button to duplicate the boxes. As you see, I have here 3 colors, so I will use 3 boxes. This is the first one. Sorry, there are 4 colors. Second one, third one, and we will duplicate this one and paint it with red, which is the 4th color. We copy them and we drag them to our design page. Perfect. And now we start working on our logo design. So first we go to View, Rulers, Show Rulers, and we drag the first ruler right here. Now we select the rectangle tool, we hold the Shift button and we draw a box in here. Now we rotate the box like this. Perfect. We paint it in this color. This is just for now. This is not the color that we will use. This is just an example. Now we go to edit, we select the box, we go to edit, copy, and then we go back to edit and we select paste in place to duplicate it. Now we change its color to this color, for example. We go here and we drag the box like this to adjust its size. Sorry, I need to go back. I'm gonna change from here and we drag it to here like this. I put it here. I zoom in a little bit and I just adjust it from here. Perfect. And I drag it and put it right here. Perfect. I put it right here. Then I go to Object, Transform, and then I select Rotate, and I rotate the shape right here like this. You can take a preview from here. Here we are, preview is now available. We adjust the angle like this, 270 degree. Then I click copy and here we are. First I select this one and I drag it to the middle a little bit. Here we are, we center it like this. Make sure that this dot intersect with the ruler. Now I go to edit, copy, edit, paste in place. And then I drag it like this. Perfect. Now I select the whole shape like this. Then I will delete those extra parts using the shape builder tool. I hold the Alt button and I select them to delete them like this. Perfect. Now I keep going like this. Now I merge these shapes like this. I select the first shape and I keep going like this. Perfect. To delete something, you hold the Alt button, and to merge something, you remove your finger from the Alt button. Now I go to the pen tool, I place the first dot in here, sorry. Click here, then I select the pen tool, I place the first dot right here, the second one in here. Perfect. Now I select the whole shape, I use the shape builder tool just to check everything is okay. Now I uncheck the stroke. Perfect. I change the colors now. I will select this one right here. Now I change the colors of the extra parts. This is just an example, these are not the colors so far. Now we right click and we select hide guides to hide the rulers. And now we select this part, we use the eyedropper and we paint it with this color. Then this one, again we use the eyedropper, we paint it with this color. This one, we paint it with red like this. And the other one is already in orange. In here I select the dark blue, and in here I leave it with this color, lighter blue. And here we are, this is the final look of our design. As you see, it looks like a pyramid. Now I select the whole shape and I adjust its size while holding the shift button. And then we can add some text to our design. We select the text tool and we type whatever we want, and as I always say, you can put the text with any shape, color or font you want. It depends on what you are working on, and this is just an example. So we put your company in here. Double click on it, then I can change the font from here. You can select any font you want and any color and any size. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video to work on the next design in this course. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Hello everyone and welcome to this video. This is the logo that we will be designing in this video, and as you see it looks like a chat application. I already created our page. So we start by selecting the ellipse tool and drawing symmetrical circle in here. You draw symmetrical circles by holding the shift button while you draw them. Now we paint the circle with this color, we place it here, then we select the pen tool and we place the first dot right here. The second one here, we click and drag like this to make a curvy line. Then again in here. Perfect, we click enter from the keyboard to apply the changes. Now we change the fill to stroke. We make it in black. We zoom in a little bit. We select the line and we hold the Alt button and we drag it to duplicate it like this. Sorry, I need to go back. I go to edit. First I select it, then I go to edit and copy, then edit, paste in place like this to make sure that it's pasted in its place. Now we hold the lower or the upper key from the keyboard to drag it like this. Now we select the whole shape, then we go to the shape builder tool and we delete the leftovers of the lines like this. Then we delete the middle of the shape like this. Perfect. Now we select the pen tool and place the first dot here. Second one here, we click and drag to make a curvy line. Then we select the last dot, place the next one, we click and drag like this. Perfect. Then we connect the last dot with the first one like this. Now we go to the eyedropper tool to make the shape in the same color as the whole shape like this. Now we select the whole shape. Then we uncheck the stroke like this. Then we make this one in green like this. We paint the lower or the upper part in green like this. Now we select the ellipse tool, we hold the shift button and we make sure, we hold the shift button and we draw symmetrical circle in here. Now we make it in white. We hold the Alt button, then we drag it to duplicate it like this. Again. And we select the three shapes like this. I hold the Control and Shift button to select the whole shapes, all the three circles like this, and drag them all in the same time like this. We center them in here, perfect. Just a little bit adjustment right here. Perfect. I need to make sure that it's the same space between all the three circles. Perfect. And our design is completed, almost completed. Now we hold the shift button and we adjust the size of the shape like this. Then we select the text tool and we type here social media for an example. Or maybe social chat. We adjust the size of the text like this, we change the font, and as I always say in every video, you can change the text font, color, size to whatever you want. As I say, it depends on your project and what you are trying to make or to create. Now we hold the shift button and we adjust the size of the text like this. And as I said, always make sure to hold the shift button so that the metrics of the text stay the same. And as you see, while not holding the shift button, things get a little bit tricky. But when you hold the shift button, it becomes easier to adjust the size. Now we make the text in a little bit lighter black. And here we are, this is the final look of our final logo design. And we have reached the end of our course. Thanks for watching and I hope it was very useful to you. Thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact me and I will get back to you as soon as possible.